Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. I truly appreciate you joining me today. Today we've got a Hot Wheels Spoiler Series King Kuda. Now I absolutely love the Spoiler Series cars, and it's one of my favorite Hot Wheels. This one here is a little bit beat up, and it's been painted once already by someone else. But we're going to take it down, and we're going to repaint it, and we're going to put that Diecast Graveyard magic on there. So sit back, grab your favorite adult beverage, and join in today as we do a restoration on this Hot Wheels King Kuda. Let's go ahead and get started with today's build.
It's time to start the autopsy.
I've got the post drilled out. Let's get the car apart. Now all these Spoiler Series cars were manufactured in Hong Kong, as you can tell by the blue windshield. Plus it's got the 4 slots on the bottom of the body. Like I said, this car definitely has been painted, and we're going to take the engine out there. Here's the base. It's in pretty good shape, but it's tarnished up, so we'll have to clean that up. We'll definitely do a wheel swap here. That looks pretty good. Try and pull it out without breaking the windshield there. There we go. Pop that pin. Here's the interior. We'll clean that up. And here's the windshield. We'll definitely sand that down and clean that up. Let's go ahead and continue. Here we're going to dip it in the citrus strip, or as I call it, embalming fluid. Make sure you get it coated inside and out, especially if you plan on doing any color changes to the body. Get it coated really good. Get rid of the excess if you possibly can. And then set it on a tray so you can watch it. That way there, when it's all bubbled off, you'll know that it's ready to work on and you can get right to it. Now some people put it in there to soak. I do sometimes also. Let's move on.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
Now we're going to polish up the body with some flits. Actually, the body's in pretty good shape. We cleaned it up a little bit, and I filed down the flashing on the back of the tail and around the back pillars there. But it's in good shape. It's got a few pits here and there, but we did our best to go ahead and clean those up. All right, let's get the flits. I love this product. It's fantastic. Now only use a little bit, like I've said in the past. If you use a lot, it's going to just waste the product. You only need a little bit. You can always add more, but if you put too much, you're wasting it. Great stuff. Let's get it spread out. Now I actually got a little bit too much on here also. And when you're using your Dremel, make sure that you don't have it at high speed. If you get it going too fast, you're going to burn the product and it's going to stain your body. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Now's a really good time to be enjoying your adult beverage. That turned out fantastic. Let's move on. Here's the base. That's definitely tarnished up, so we'll have to clean that up. And we'll have to do a wheel swap too. This particular one has bearing wheels, where a lot of the spoiler series cars have cap wheels. Now, the last time I did a video, I said that I didn't want to put any deep dish wheels on here. Oh man, you would not believe the feedback that I got. Oh my gosh, you should have put deep dish wheels on there. Well, you know what? I'm going to put deep dish wheels on this one, so you guys can just sit back and relax and enjoy that adult beverage. We're going to pull these out, these axles, just to bend them up a little bit and straighten them up. There's a lot of bending in the very ends of these things, and I'm going to take my time and get those fixed up. Like I said, as you can tell here, the axles are pretty bent up, so we're going to do our best to straighten those up. Let's go ahead and move on. Now we're going to paint the car with Spectre Flame Blue. The paint that was on there before was an opaque paint, and I'm glad I got that off. Make sure you get the hard to reach areas first and all the inner fender wells, etc. And like I said, I took down the flashing on the back spoiler and around the back portions of the roof. Now, a lot of people say, well, you shouldn't do that. You're going to ruin the character of the car. Well, you know what? To me, it looks kind of sloppy. And hey, it's my car, so I want it to look really smooth. Do to your car what you wish to do. Once we finish the Spectre Flame paint, I'm going to put some Diecast Graveyard 2K Clear. Now, this will make your car look absolutely like glass. It's not necessary to use it over Spectre Flame a lot of times, but this stuff definitely helps. Check it out at diecastgraveyard.com. Now we're going to polish up the base. Let's get a little bit more flitz and get that going. We'll definitely speed this up also. We got the base done. Let's go ahead and get the engine also. The residual from the base that we did, there should be enough polish in there, but if you have to put a little bit on, go ahead and put some on from the Flitz tube. Man, this car is going to look absolutely sweet. I got another engine I'm going to polish up also while I'm here from a different car. Might as well get it while we got it going, right? Anything you can combine from different jobs that you're working on to save time, it's a really good idea. And there's today's tip from your Uncle Paulie. That looks great. That's going to look good in that car. Now we're going to detail the car up. Here I'm using a black Sharpie on the inside of the front grille of the car. Now sometimes this does a really good job of filling in those areas, but sometimes you've got to go back in with some semi-gloss paint or some flat paint. It's up to you, whatever fits good for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to be alerted to any future videos that come out. And if you liked what you're seeing or if you're getting anything out of this, go ahead and mash that like button too. It helps me create more content for you and lets me know what you like. But please hit that like button. Now we're going to do the back light on the car. Here I'm using a red Sharpie permanent marker. This tends to foot the bill with no problem. Now the Sharpie pens that they have, the red, they tend to be a little on the creamy side. When you got some nice chrome here and you're using these permanent markers, they tend to be a lot nicer and more vivid. Now if you use it too much, it'll start wearing itself off. So be careful there.
I love how the moonlight shines over the mausoleum.
Here we're going to do the wheel swap. And I got these wheels from the Redline shop. Check out what the Redline shop has to offer at redlineshop.com. Now, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and switch these wheels out with these deep dish wheels, and they look absolutely awesome for this particular car. We're going to put 2 medium meats in the front and 2 large meats in the back. We bent those axles back in place as best as we possibly could, but sometimes you can only do the best you can. Now, a lot of these older Hot Wheels, when you get them, they're just, the bearings and stuff are worn out. So it is what it is. You may either have to find a donor car or some place that is actually selling these axles in order to get them replaced. But you got to remember, these things are over 50 years old. Using the tool, put it between the bearing and the body and push it on with your thumb. Just be careful that you don't bend it when you push it on after being too forceful. Got a little bit of bending to do to keep it going straight. Here's all the parts and pieces. Here's the body. Look how nice that turned out. That's absolutely beautiful. Here's the base with those brand new deep dish wheels. That looks great, all polished up and detailed up. Here's the interior all cleaned up. That looks great. And here's the glass all polished up and coated. Let's go ahead and put everything together. Oh, and I forgot the engine. Let's put everything together and give my creation life.
Lies! Lies! Do you hear me? Give my creation life!
And here's what we started with. This Hot Wheels Spoiler Series King Kuda. Now, like I said, I absolutely love these Spoilers cars. Every single one of them. The Boss Hoss, the Sugar Caddy, the Evil Weevil, the King Kuda, the Nitty Gritty Kitty. And I love them all. They're fantastic cars. Oh, and one of my favorites, the TNT Bird. But if you get a chance, try and get your hands on some of these so you can restore these yourself. They're a lot of fun, and I've got a lot of videos on them also. So please check them out. We took the car apart. We evaluated what we have through the autopsy. We went through all the parts. We repainted it. We polished it up. We polished the base. We put new wheels on it, polished the engine, polished the glass, cleaned the interior, and we came up with this beautiful restoration that we have now. And here's what we got to. Look how gorgeous this car turned out. And as I always say, folks, you can do this too. Follow my videos. Follow along with what we have. If you need help with how to paint your car, how to pick an airbrush, how to pick a compressor, I've got a lot of videos in my how-to section. But I'm more than happy to answer your questions. So make sure you hit that like button if you got anything out of these videos whatsoever, and I'd be honored if you would subscribe to my channel. We got a lot more videos coming up, and this is going to be a lot of fun. But look at these beautiful deep dish wheels on here too. Man, that car looks absolutely incredible, and I am so proud to add this to my collection. But like I said, folks, you can do this too. But if you got questions, put them in the comments. I try to answer everything I possibly can. This was a lot of fun. I want to thank you for joining me today in Diecast Graveyard. We got a lot more videos coming up in the near future. We got some customs coming up. We got the 4 Horsemen build coming up at the end of this month. We also got the super huge, ginormous build off. Phase 2 is due the end of this month too. So thank you and cheers.